Hello everyone, welcome to Koru Green High School. Today our group is going to share with you our vision of the ideal high school. We use AI to create some images to help better demonstrate our ideas. Here the website we use to generate those AI images for these projects. Alright, let's get started. Our school is located in downtown New Zealand. Koru Green High School is an eco-friendly middle school designed for students from age 12 to 14. Our school name Koru comes from the Maori word symbolizing new life, growth, and harmony, inspired by the unfurling silver fern. It represents the learning journey of our students and their deep connection to nature. At Koru Green, we combine academic excellence with a strong focus on environmental awareness and cultural diversity. With the active support of the indigenous community, we strive to build a sustainable and inclusive learning environment for every student. With a team of over 20 dedicated teachers and staff serving around 100 students, we offer a close-knit and supportive school community. Our small class approach allows us to focus on each student's learning experience, providing personalized guidance and a more flexible, student-centered education. Here at Koru Green, students grow into confident, responsible, and eco-conscious individuals ready to shape a better future. Okay, let's move to our statement of philosophy. In this part, we mainly focus on 4 important aspects. The first one, student belief. Through real-world, collaborative learning, we empower students to become thoughtful, active citizens who lead positive change for both society and the environment. The second point is principle of teaching and learning. We promote hands-on learning and critical thinking through real environmental activities. Students gain skills and confidence to address local issues and create positive change. The third one is mainly focused on leadership, staff, and community engagement. We prioritize collaborative leadership, cultural inclusion, and equity, integrating moral culture, engaging community, and supporting all learners. Also, we promote sustainability through collective action and education, shaping responsible global citizens. The last point is commitment to improvement. We foster sustainability through innovation, shared leadership, and active student-staff involvement. Also, we empower change makers and strengthen growth through alumni support and community ties. The first part of my spatial design, I mainly focus on the classroom design. Through my research on school architecture, we decided to use wood as the main material in our school design. This research clearly highlights wood is not only sustainable and eco-friendly, it also helps regulate humidity and improves indoor air quality. Its natural warmth and sound-absorbing qualities create a calm and focused learning space. The use of wooden crafting and kudo patterns also brings students closer to nature and celebrates indigenous culture. We also use solar panels and floor-to-ceiling glass windows to reduce energy use to bring in plenty of natural light. This supports both the environment and students' well-being, making them feel more relaxed and engaged in learning. Inside the classroom, we always use round table to support collaboration and interaction between students. Cultural elements are included in the design to promote respect, identity, and belonging. Next, we'll move to our library design. The library is constructed using natural materials like wood and plant-based finishes, and it's filled with natural light thanks to the floor-to-ceiling glass windows. This not only reduces energy consumption but also creates a calm and open atmosphere for our students. Indoor greenery is present everywhere, from table centerpieces to vertical garden wall, helping purify the air and connect students with nature while they read, collaborate, or relax. Instead of a formal layout, the furniture is flexible and organic with round table, soft seating, and neutral texture that support their focus. And what truly makes this space unique is the cultural integration. You can observe the molly wood carving, Koru's spiral patterns, and woven artwork are embedded into walls and ceilings, turning the library into a space of identity and belonging. The last part of my spatial design, I mainly focus on cafeteria design. The furniture in the cafeteria is made from sustainable wood, and the large windows let in plenty of natural light, which reduces energy use and helps students stay connected to outdoor. What makes this cafeteria special is not just its design, but also what it serves and stands for. Many of the vegetables used in the meals are grown right here on campus through our edible garden program, where students get involved in planting, harvesting, and learning about where their food came from. This hands-on experience builds a sense of responsibility and a stronger connection to the nature. This idea is inspired by the Start a School Garden initiative, which shows how growing food on site helps reduce processed food and supports environmental learning. To make the garden even more sustainable, we've also started a composting system based on idea from U.S. Composting Council. It turns food waste from the lunchroom into nutrient-rich soil. Even if there is not such a big garden at our school, composting is still a great low-cost way to reduce waste and help the planet. We've included this in our school to help students feel even more connected to nature. The cafeteria also offers healthy and locally sourced meals with options for vegetarian and allergy-sensitive diet, so every student can eat comfortably and mindfully. Following the discussion on my spatial design, my peer Ayako will present the timetable session where she will introduce some innovative ideas.
Thank you, Angels. Let's move on to the temporal aspect. Here is our timetable. Every grade is almost the same. I'd like to highlight 4 key elements: Koru time, wonder time, student learning style, which is individual learning in the morning and more collaborative and experiential learning in the afternoon. And finally, our unique subject, indigenous culture and sustainability. Let's begin with Koru time, which takes place every morning. As Angel explained, Koru symbolizes new life, growth, and harmony. This concept serves as an inspiration for how we envision the best way to start a new day. It is challenging for students to focus immediately upon arriving at school, so we designed this time to set a positive tone. Our value is sustainability, so we also want to cultivate habits that not only help students start their day joyfully, but also foster lifelong learning after graduation. Research shows that even brief physical activity can significantly enhance brain function and concentration. Physical education teachers guide students through morning exercises such as stretching, skipping, and dancing to kick off a fresh day. In addition, students have the opportunity for check-in conversations with their teachers. Teenagers often face challenges related to academics, family, friends, and so on. If they feel anxious, they cannot concentrate on studying. Depending on students' situations, this period should work to stimulate the brain, reduce stress and anxiety, or provide a relaxing time. All activities contribute to better focus in the classroom. Secondly, we have wonder time after lunch. During this time, students are encouraged to go out and feel nature. This time is strongly related to our values, sustainability, and eco-friendliness. According to the research by Washington et al., a sense of wonder toward nature is essential to eco-centric education and finding a sustainable future. Our sense of wonder is innate in children. Though this can be jaded during teenagers, it is varied in many adults. We focus on experiential education in nature to maintain a sense of wonder. Under the sun, students might take a walk, take care of vegetables in our garden, or feel the season changing. This connection with nature is complemented by indoor spaces like our open blind library, which fosters curiosity. The cafeteria also provides a space for students from different grades to connect and engage in meaningful conversations. Those moments of interaction and reflection help students reconnect with their natural sense of wonder, which then links project-based learning. Sadly, learning style routines are individual learning and collaborative learning. According to Pope, students tend to concentrate better and study effectively in the morning, so we make good use of this time for core academic subjects like mathematics and English. Literacy and numeracy learning are fundamental skills that will support success in all other curriculum areas. Every day, students take part in personalized learning programs with digital tools. In the afternoon, the focus shifts to collaborative learning. This shift encourages students to work together on projects. The topics and themes they explore based on reflection are linked to their sense of wonder. Teachers become facilitators and guide students in connecting classroom learning to real-world applications and the natural environment. We will go into more detail on this point later. Finally, I'd like to highlight a special course, Indigenous Culture and Sustainability. Emphasizing connections with alumni and communities, students learn about Maori culture and sustainability from local community members and NGOs. This class is designed to provide students with multiple encounters with Maori cultural concepts and values through Haka, the Maori language and culture. Maoris have three principles: celebration, reliability, and relationship. Reliability is especially connected to sustainability, which is how we protect today's natural environment for the future generation. So, from now on, we will explain our pedagogy in detail.
Alright, so Fernaz is sick. I'll speak for her. Let's move to our pedagogy part. Why choose project-based learning? How these concepts will be implemented in the future. We use project-based learning in our eco-friendly school because it transforms environmental education into real-life action. Instead of just learning theories from textbooks, students actively find real-world problems through wonder time, for example, and take action to solve them related to sustainability, such as reducing food waste, saving energy, and protecting local ecosystems. This hands-on approach helps students see the direct impact of their choices on the environment. It also builds essential life skills like teamworking, problem solving, and critical thinking. Most importantly, project-based learning gives students a sense of responsibility and empowerment. They start to realize that their ideas and actions can make a real difference. In an eco-friendly school, project-based learning makes learning meaningful, practical, and truly connected to the world around them. Now, let's look at how we bring this pedagogy into daily practice. One of our key projects is to the edible garden program that Angel briefly mentioned in our spatial part. Students begin by collecting leftover food waste from the cafeteria, things like fruit peels, vegetable scraps, and even used coffee grounds. They learn how to sort organic waste from non-compostable items and then set up a composting station on campus. They monitor the compost pile carefully, adjusting the balance of green and brown materials, checking moisture levels, and turning it regularly to help the decomposition process. At the same time, they explore the science behind composting, studying microorganisms, temperature changes, and how carbon and nitrogen break down. They track data each week to observe how long it takes for food waste to turn into nutrient-rich compost. Once it's ready, the compost is used in the school garden to grow herbs, vegetables, and native plants. Some students even run experiments to compare plant growth in composted soil versus regular soil, collecting data and sharing the results in class presentations. This entire process is student-centered. Students take the lead in planning and managing the project. They ask important real-life questions like, how can we turn food waste into fertilizer? How does solar energy become electricity we can actually use? They don't wait for answers. They experiment, investigate, and figure things out together. In this process, students can learn science, technology, environment, biology, and social studies. Teachers don't stand at the front of the classroom giving instructions. Instead, they act as guides, helping students reflect, ask more profound questions, and connect their projects to more significant environmental ideas. Throughout the project, students can gradually acquire non-cognitive skills such as teamwork, problem finding and solving, and critical thinking, as I mentioned before. This is why we believe in project-based learning and help students gain scientific knowledge, grow as a team player and leaders, and most importantly, see that their work has a real and positive impact on the world around them. In Nayako's timetable, we selected a very meaningful course called Indigenous Culture and Sustainability. Earlier, Ayako gave you a brief overview of the course. Now, I would like to explain how, as teachers, we apply project-based learning in this class. The course is divided into two main parts, classroom learning and outdoor project work. In the first part, Maori teachers and community volunteers come into the classroom to teach students basic Maori language and cultural practices. This helps students build a foundation in Maori values, especially those related to the land, nature, and sustainability. The second part is the heart of the course, the Maori Garden Project. Instead of writing an essay or doing a presentation, students take on a real-world challenge. They're asked to design and build a garden using traditional Maori environmental knowledge. This garden isn't just symbolic, it must reflect real Maori agricultural principles and sustainable practices. It's a hands-on, authentic project where students must take responsibility, make decisions, and collaborate with others. Throughout the project, teachers work closely with local Maori cultural leaders. These knowledge holders aren't just instructors, they are cultural guides. They share their deep connection to the land, sustainable living practices, and ancestral wisdom passed down through generations. This transforms the classroom into a space where real-world experience and community knowledge shape the learning process. Students are active participants from start to finish. They research native plants that are culturally significant in Maori tradition, learn how to plan and care for them, and think critically about how to apply this method in a modern school setting. This kind of learning promotes students' agency, inquiry, and cross-cultural understanding. We also place a strong emphasis on reflection and revision. At different stages, students evaluate what's working and what could be improved. They also consider the environmental and cultural impact of their garden design. In the end, the garden becomes more than just a product. It becomes a living classroom where students learn about sustainability through action and direct connection to the earth. To sum up, This course isn't just about learning about indigenous cultures. It's about learning with indigenous communities, co-creating knowledge, and taking meaningful action. Through this project, students grow not only academically, but also socially and ethically, developing a deep respect for the moral values of nature, connection, and responsibility. Our school, located in the multicultural country of New Zealand, demonstrates a strong commitment to engaging with diverse student populations and their families, highlighting the importance of community in promoting educational equity. In these schools, classrooms are viewed as microcosmos of the community, where students share their cultural backgrounds and stories. Teachers emphasize the importance of including students' native languages and cultural practices in the curriculum. The philosophy of community extends beyond the classroom to the entire school. Visual artifacts, such as bilingual signage in Maori and English, reflect the school's commitment to biculturalism and multiculturalism. Schools make special accommodations for cultural practices. I'll give you an example with the next slide. The school actively engage with the wider community, recognizing that parents send their children to these schools to experience a diverse and inclusive environment. Parents from different ethnic groups are encouraged to participate in school functions and contribute to the curriculum. Parents, alumni, residents of neighborhood, and other population of the community are actively involved in the school activities and cultural events that display both the solidarity and the diversity of our community. Moreover, we emphasize the ethnic, linguistic, and cultural diversity of our school community by proudly embracing the differences and by building bridges between individuals of different cultural backgrounds while accommodating their distinct needs. Our students are not just learning in the classroom, but are actively participating in a variety of community activities that enrich their education and foster a sense of social responsibility. Our students from different backgrounds proudly representing their cultures in community walkathon for a fundraising campaign. This event not only promotes diversity and inclusion, but also teaches students about the importance of contributing to social causes. On the side, we see students celebrating traditional cultural events. These celebrations are more than just fun, they are a vital part of our curriculum, helping students understand and appreciate the rich tapestry of cultures that make up our community. Next, you see our student planting trees, preserving the ecosystem, and saving the wildlife in collaboration with the local NGOs. On the fourth picture, our students are commemorating Remembrance Day with poppy flowers, a tradition that instills in them the value of remembering and honoring those who have served for the country. On the bottom, second row, students volunteers to translate for adults during different opportunities, including parents' interviews, showcasing the practical application of language skills and the importance of community service. Also, students' leaders are meeting with school administrators, learning about leadership and the decision-making process. This hands-on experience prepared them for future roles as community leaders. They're also willing to tutor to help the younger students with their academic work, with their community participation and engagement, training more and more student leaders in the school. Lastly, students are visiting a local garbage disposal facility to learn how it works. This practical learning opportunity raises environmental awareness and encourages students to think critically about sustainability. These activities are just a snapshot of how our schools are fostering a strong sense of community and empowering students to become active, responsible citizens. Thank you for your interest into our school. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask us. Thank you.